Hello, my name is Adewale Ademuyiwa from StressTherapist.net. How to deal with stress. A very common advice given for managing stress goes something like this. Learn to pay attention to your symptoms. As you get increasingly stressed, you might begin to notice rashes on your skin, or you might just feel like you're becoming easily tired. When you notice this, stop. Take some time out. Do a calming or relaxing activity. Take your mind off things. Alternatively, go down to the gym, do some meditation or relaxation, and maybe even take a stress-related tablet or two. Personally, I don't have anything against advice like this. In fact, I also advocate that people take a lot of time out to do such activities. The sad thing though is that most people follow this advice and stop there. They do the relaxing activity, go to the gym, some meditation, maybe a bit of tapping, and stop there. Now, if you have a tendency towards experiencing bad toxic stress and you have been using all these stress reduction strategies, you might just be wondering, why does my toxic stress keep coming back? I like to refer to this experience as the yo-yoing experience with stress. This yo-yoing experience is only because you have been dealing with the symptoms of your stress. The underlying causes remain untouched. As such, as you carry on with your day-to-day activities, your negative stress levels eventually swoop back up. Now, the approach I recommend cuts directly to the root of bad stress. Following this approach will help you remain in a balanced physical and mental state. This will then serve to improve your productivity and effectiveness across all aspects of daily living. This approach cuts through your thinking and behavioral styles. It looks at your personal style of interacting with the people and the world around you and enables you to create a stress management plan that is well suited to your needs. The approach is quite simple of itself, and I can explain it in 4 steps. The 4-step approach for overcoming stress-related problems. Step 1. Use stress reduction strategies regularly. Yes, keep the symptoms of stress down, but don't just stop there. If you're finding that only stress-related medication seem to work for you, and believe me, there are some medication out there with smashing results for reducing stress symptoms. So don't be afraid to use medication if need be. However, after finding the stress reduction strategy that works well for you, keep using it whilst working through the next 3 steps. Please take note. This first step is very important. You won't be able to get through the next 3 steps if your stress levels are high. Always keep this rule in mind. More stress equals less ability to concentrate. So you see, the stress reduction exercises will put you in a positive mental place that enables you to effectively complete the remaining steps. Step 2. Observe your stress color. I like to see stress as existing in 3 colors. Red stress, which is characterized by regular feelings of irritation and anger. Blue stress, which is characterized by feelings of sadness and low mood. Green stress, which is experienced as a frequent feeling of anxiety and fear. So, in observing your stress, try to figure out which of these moods you experience the most. Once you can clearly identify your most frequent emotion, You will then need to engage in a process of studying and understanding that emotion. Ask yourself questions about this emotion. Do some research on it and read as many books as you can find about this emotion. Get to understand it in and out. Find out what kinds of situations bring this emotion out in you. What kinds of environments do you experience this emotion in? Are there any specific people who tend to make you feel this way whenever you're around them? What makes you more predisposed to this emotion? What thoughts do you get the most when you are experiencing this feeling? Being able to answer the questions here will take you 95% of the way to your goal of a stress-free life. And you probably know this already. Stress relies heavily on our perceptions of the situations we find ourselves in. And the negative emotions we experience in these situations give a precise indication of the kinds of thoughts that form those perceptions. As such, understanding the emotions we experience when we are stressed is a good starting point, since learning to find the alternative neutral or positive thought will have a direct impact of reducing our negative emotions, thereby reducing our stress. Step 4. Applying self-change strategies that are best suited to your stress. By the time you have completed step 3, you should have a clear insight on what aspects of your stress need a more focused and practical approach. For this, you can try a number of cognitive and behavioral strategies. These are practical methods for addressing the unhelpful thinking and behavioral aspects of stress, and you can find so many self-help books and websites on the topic these days. Speaking of websites, the StressTherapist.net website is full of information and articles that can help you to reach your goal of a well-deserved victory from stress. So, take your time. Read as many pages as you can. But remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Techniques that really work take time. Give yourself time to understand these strategies, and I'm sure you won't regret it.